with me on that. But when I talked to Hopgood, he warned me, if you guys have heard it, he said, this conversation, when I brought up the European model and AAU here in America, that, I said, I think it puts road miles on kids. There's too many kids that are having ACL surgeries and different things. And I was not comfortable with that. He agreed. And again, I ask you guys, if you haven't heard it, go back and listen. And he said, we're going to make some people upset. I'm going to read a message of how upset people got, at least one, here locally in Oklahoma City. I'm just going to read this right now. I listened to yesterday's episode. I listened to the Brian Hopgood episode. Honestly, I don't know how you guys can talk about youth basketball like that and still pretend that you understand the modern game. I'm a current AAU coach, and the way you all talked about kids' playing time, injuries, and overuse sounded completely out of touch with what's actually happening right now. Kids don't get better sitting on the bench. They get better playing as much as possible, period. Practice happens on the weekends when they're playing competition, especially kids that aren't on their level. That's how development works now. The goal is reps, exposure, and film. You want to talk about reality? Kids want NIL deals when they get to college. Coaches want recruits who pop on film, and that doesn't happen by worrying about load management at 15 years old. You kept going on about injuries, joints, muscles, and burnout like it's 1995. That stuff can be dealt with later after they get paid. Right now, kids need to be focused on themselves, how they perform, and how they stand out. Nobody is handing out scholarships or NIL money because a kid was well rested and team first in July. School ball is a joke compared to AAU exposure, and everyone in the game knows it. As coaches, our job isn't to be their friends or worry about their bodies 10 years from now. Our job is to produce success stories. That's how we survive. That's how we get the next group of kids. That's how this works. The whole conversation came off like people complaining about how the game used to be instead of how it is. If you don't understand that kids need to play as much and as hard as possible now, then maybe you shouldn't be giving takes on today's youth basketball landscape. Honestly, episodes like that make it sound like you guys should stay off the air when it comes to AAU and development. The game has passed those ideas by. Do better, or at least admit you don't get it anymore.
Imagine being that butthurt